Hello and welcome. Good afternoon, morning, night, evening, day, wherever you are on this planet of ours. I'm Tim Cooper, and today I'm going to talk to you about something called the Strategy of Preeminence. And this was a concept that was made popular by Jay Abraham. And as I've mentioned Jay Abraham a lot in my previous videos because Jay Abraham is an absolute guru, the highest paid and most highly respected marketing consultant on the planet to this day. He has helped many people in their offline business. So when it comes to online stuff, like Rich Sheffrin is the guru of the gurus, and when it comes to offline brick and mortar type businesses, Jay Abraham, absolute genius. Okay, so Jay Abraham coined this thing called the Strategy of Preeminence. Before I get into that, if you're watching live, please put in hashtag live. Watching us on the replay, please put in hashtag replay. And you know that you can enter your questions at any time. Really appreciate it too if you could just spread that love around. And if you're watching on YouTube, please like and hit that little subscribe button and that bell, because when you hit that bell, right, you'll get notified whenever I upload new videos, which will be happening quite regularly. Okay, it's just one day I'm going to get the opportunity to actually make the thumbnails. But anyway, didn't want to replay it. I just wanted to make it go away like that. Okay, so what is the strategy of preeminence? Well, it's quite a big concept, so it probably covers more than what I can sort of do justice in one video. So we might do this in parts. But basically, number one is that the biggest mistake that a lot of business owners make is that they fall in love with the wrong thing. Okay, they either fall in love with their business, their product, or their service, and that's where their focus is. And that is not really serving your customers or clientele. Okay, so the first thing that Jay Abraham says in his Strategy of Preeminence is that you've got to sort of switch it over, and you've actually got to fall in love with your client or with your customer. And when you do that, magical things start to happen, because when you know yourself that when you are really interested in something, if you really love it, if you're really passionate about it, then you do a lot of study and investigation. You look at the intricacies, you really look at the finer points, and this is what happens when you actually fall in love with your customers or your clients, is that you become so focused on their needs and how they think and how they operate. It really helps you fine-tune your services and businesses to meet them where they're at. Okay, so that's number one, is that shifting that focus. And I've always said too that when you shift your focus onto your client or onto your customer, you just the feeling of being salesy or pushy and that sort of stuff really disappears, really goes away, because now you are coming from a point of service, point of servitude, a point of care, a point of nurture, and all you're concentrated on is giving your client or your customer the best possible product or service that you can. Okay, and so that's number one, is don't fall in love with your products or services or your business. Right? Businesses come and go, products and services come and go. You've got to really focus in on your clients. The other thing that the Strategy of Preeminence talks about, and once again, this is really interesting and probably goes against a lot of things that you may sort of feel as being the norm and what everybody else does. And that's the point. Like the successful things, like the things that actually move the needle, the things that help you succeed in business, are often what we call counterintuitive. They go against common sense, because unfortunately when it comes to common sense, not too many people practices in common sense isn't that common, right? And the point is, you may think that you are doing somebody the right thing, but it can end up hurting your business and not really giving them the best service or product or outcome that you could possibly do. And this comes back to that number one thing of focusing in on your client and loving your client. If you're going to love your client, then the next thing is that you are morally obligated to ensure that you put the best possible service, plan, product in front of that particular client. Okay, so let me explain that. If you know for a fact that you are not going to get a result for the client, or the client's not going to get the result they need in one session. Now, look, once again, this goes across all industries. I talk mainly in the health and wellness because that's where the majority of my consulting clients are, but this works everywhere. This is a global concept. So we talk about step 1, step 2, step 3. We talk about treatment 1, treatment 2, treatment 3. So let's talk about treatment. So saying that you know for a fact that you know that you're not going to get the outcome for the client unless they have at least 3 treatments. Now, a lot of people will sort of balk at the fact that it's saying you have got to buy at least 3 treatments up front. Otherwise, I'm not going to have you as a client. And a lot of people balk at that. But at the end of the day, if that client walks and goes, that's totally unreasonable, right? Because you're going to explain it to them, right? You're going to say, listen, in my experience, from what I've seen, you are not going to get the results you're looking for. You're not going to get the outcome until you've had a series of treatments. And I recommend that, and I'm saying that you're going to have a minimum of 3 treatments before you see any outcomes that you need. So, you need to commit to those. You need to commit to those treatments now. And so then you sell them. You make them commit financially to those 3 treatments, because we know that, once again, studies have shown that when people buy a pack of like a series of treatments or a pack of treatments, they've got more skin in the game, and they are more likely to be compliant. They're more likely to do what you ask them to do, and they're more likely to have those extra treatments. Now, if they decide that that's a totally unreasonable thing that you are asking, and they go to somebody else, right, and that person just takes their money and gives them 1 treatment, and they go away and they don't get the result, right, then they're going to sit back and think and go, oh, okay, well, I went and saw the other guy, and the other guy said I needed at least 3, and he wouldn't even treat me unless I committed to 3 treatments, because he knew that's what I needed as a minimum to get an outcome. And I thought that was unreasonable at the time. But now I've just gone and spent $100 or whatever, and I've had 1 treatment and nothing's happened. And so obviously what the other guy was saying was true. And what you'll find is that, it might be hard to start with, but you will set yourself up as somebody with really high integrity. Your reputation will go through the roof. Your trustworthiness will go through the roof, because people will start to talk about you, and people say, yeah, well, look, he's pretty hardcore. Like he says, like he will not just give you 1 treatment because he knows you're not going to get the results you need. But he's got your best interest at heart, and he's going to work towards an outcome for you. This is all part of the strategy of preeminence. Put it in another context, right? What it is it's giving people everything they need, right, and making sure they're aware of everything they need. It's like you might sell bottled water, and we know that a bottle of water can quench thirst, and it's good. But we also know that people should probably drink 3 or 4 bottles of water a day, depending on how big the bottles are, right? Like small bottles, maybe 7, big bottles, maybe 3, right? So, and we know that they've got to drink them every day. So now you've got the choice of selling them 1 bottle of water, and that's just going to quench their thirst in the short term, and it's not going to have any ongoing benefit to them after that, right? Or you could sell them 7 bottles of water, and that might get them through for a day. Or you could sell them a case or 2 of water and give them a supply of nice, fresh, clean water that will serve them for a month, and will cater for their daily fluid intake at that time. Okay, so this is the concept of not just sort of concentrating on the here and now, but looking at the overall need of the client and what they need going on, and everything they need to sort of fill in and fill those things. Okay, so once again, if you're watching this live, please put in #live, watching the replay, #replay. Any questions whatsoever, you know where you can enter those, and please feel free to spread that love around. Okay, and once again, if you are watching this on YouTube, please give it a like, and hit that subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll be notified whenever I upload another video on YouTube. Okay, so we'll probably revisit the strategy of preeminence because it is a very, very big concept, but it's a framework that when you start to plug into it, and when you trust it, trust yourself and trust it, you will see a shift in your business. You will see a shift in the quality of the clients and customers that you are serving, because now they are coming on board with you. They're trusting you, but and they're doing what they need to do. They're investing, they're committing, right? They're working with you, okay? Versus the people who just come in and they throw all their problems on you, and they expect you to wave the magic wand and fix them in one treatment. And we all know how frustrating it is. And then they go out and write a review going, "Oh, I went there for one treatment and nothing happened." And we told you from the outset that was going to be the case, right? So these things, and I think once you start to see these things in play, you'll get a bigger understanding of where you can really stand apart from your competition, where you can really have a really solid business and be seen as that person of integrity and trust, and that you are there solely working for the best interest of the client and not in your own best interest, and that will make a big difference in this world going forward. Okay, so I hope you found it interesting. Once again, any comments, any questions, into the comments, and look, and once again, I'm here to help you every step of the way. So if you've got any questions about any aspect of your business, from client acquisition to the management of your business, client retention, all that sort of stuff, content. Okay, so what sort of content should you be putting on your website to increase the traffic to your website, to improve your search result positioning, all that sort of stuff, right? All that gear I can help you with. So just reach out to me, and I'll be back tomorrow with another video for you. Until then, you take care.